Hello.
Life-size, king-size version of Carl and Gabrielle. So to be Carl...
No, not this again.
Oh, there we go. Oh, there we go. Now I'm king-size version of Carl. Better looking Carl. So, it is Wednesday, September 20th. Woo! What day is it? Let's see.
Hump Day.
Hump Day. So we're going to start off with some headlines today.
Oh, and let the people know we did not write these.
And we could not read them either.
Yeah.
It took both of us to translate these. It was like going into an ancient pyramid and having hieroglyphics.
Yeah.
And trying to read Carl's misspelling and poor writing.
Yes. Yeah, there were a couple of them that we thought, this cannot be so. And then we realized it wasn't, because it was not even what we thought it was.
Yeah. So not only that, we are now hieroglyphic translators.
Absolutely.
Another feather in our cap.
We might have to go to Morse code next.
Yep. All right, so first headline we have today is Starbucks. Starbucks embraces Spooktober. Ooh, and they unveiled their Halloween cups early.
I want one.
I need a new to-go cup for coffee, which I don't drink, but I drink decaf, which is awful, by the way.
It's not.
It is. So, they have their new cups. Oh, they're not very spooky, though. Just saying. They're not very spooky.
Really cute, though.
Yeah, it's more cutesy Halloween than spooky Halloween.
Nightmare Before Christmas one.
I know, it very much lacks the scary stuff.
Oh,
Sorry. Yeah, well. Starbucks. These things are thin.
They're thin. We need to get thick
All right.
ones.
Ooh, I like this one. Ooh, after 98 years, Twinkies maker Hostess just made a bittersweet announcement about its future.
They still make the Twinkies?
They do make Twinkies. I still eat Twinkies. But I just heard Hostess also sold themselves to somebody else, and I forget who.
Oh, a big conglomerate?
To Smuckers.
Smuckers?
Yes.
Ooh, they're going to make a Twinkie with jelly?
That would be so good. A Twinkie, a peanut butter jelly Twinkie. Smuckers, I approve.
Yes. A Fluffernutter Twinkie.
Ooh. A Binky. A Twinkie filled with beans. Get your protein, get your sweet, cornbread chili kind of thing.
If it's chili beans.
Well, we might have to try that one of these days. Huh?
Baked beans in there.
Now, this headline shocked me.
Shocked you?
Shocked me because I always thought this was true. Scientists finally confirmed what's inside the moon, and it's not cheese.
Really?
I've always thought that's where we get our cheese. We send astronauts out there to farm cheese.
Yeah. Well, when you see those guys, they put that big long cylinder inside the cheese, and then they pull it out, and it's got a long...
And then they slip into circles, too.
Yeah. So that's what I thought. They'd take a big probe, stick it in there, and they'd bring back big hunks of cheese.
So, did anyone else think that the moon was not made of cheese? Come on. It's cheese. Blue cheese, Swiss cheese, every type of cheese. Dark side of the moon cheese, So, oh well. Burst my bubble at 44 years old.
No Gouda for you.
Jeez. Wow, that was terrible. Carl, quit buying your cards on Wish. Get real cards so we can fling them like Gambit.
Ooh, and the colored ones would be nice.
Ooh, yeah. Like Gambit, we go, mon cher, and throw it. See that? Get good cards, Carl. All right, so it is Wednesday, September 20th. So, Wednesday, what do we do on Wednesdays?
We dress to impress.
We do dress to impress. Why do we dress to impress? For vocational stuff, right? Because you always need to look nice for work. So why do we practice vocational skills so much?
I would think so you could help you remember and feel comfortable.
Yeah, because repetition helps you memorize it. It builds comfort.
Comfort. There you go.
Like Twinkies do.
With peanut butter in them.
Ooh, yeah. And moon cheese. Yeah. So, a couple things that we always have to learn and practice is a big one. What's the big one we always try to help everybody with? Why don't you tell me a little bit about yourself? That's the big one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Tell me about yourself.
Oh, well, I enjoy long rides in the car with my dog, with a Twinkie.
Unless the dog's a pug and then it farts.
Oh.
You don't want to ride in with Chipper, my dog. Oof. He has a panic attack too. So he pants the whole time and then his breath starts stinking because of it. Don't take a long ride with Chipper.
No, doesn't sound good.
Yep. But we also practice interview questions.
Yes.
Which the big one is, tell me about yourself. Yeah.
And I don't think anybody really does want to know that you want to take long drives with your dog.
Yeah, and that his breath stinks because he's scared. He's got issues. He's the dog that tried to take for a walk for like 6 months when he was first a puppy, and he would just lay on the ground and I'd have to drag him. He never goes past the mailbox because then he gets tired. He's a house dog.
He needs one of those water treadmills.
He would just lay on it.
Oh.
He would just lay on it, man.
Not even if there was a hot dog in front of him? He's
No,
trying to get to it?
He's lazy. He's the guy that'll lay down and eat his food. Yeah, I don't know.
Don't bother me too much.
Yep, he's a chug, yeah. So, that is also a question you should not ask your interviewer. What kind of dog do they have, maybe? Unless you're
going to pet groomers.
Yeah, pet groomers or working at the county shelter or something.
Yeah.
You can ask that. So, there are questions you should always ask your interviewer. Appropriate questions.
Yes.
Not like, how much money you make? Have you ever hidden a body for a friend?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wouldn't ask that one to anybody.
No, never ask that one. Never ask that one. So, we practice these so we could get better at our job skills. And currently we do have our employment group going, and Zach's constantly working with people to help find employment. But the reason things get repeated, like we were talking about, is because it helps you with your comfort so you're not uncomfortable. Because me, when I applied here, I was super uncomfortable at first because I hadn't interviewed in 15 years anywhere. So I was just nervous.
Rusty.
I was rusty, so I was a little nervous even though, I had nothing to be nervous about except for Zach was my reference, so I had to be nervous about that,
Yeah.
Yeah, no. But, and I didn't really practice before. Had I practiced, it would have came back, oh, this is easy.
Yeah.
So we do this to get better. To better prepare you guys for when we get out there. And I do know, I believe today, not today, next Wednesday, there's a job fair. Zach talked to the employment group at the Vintage Fair Mall. They're going to be doing their seasonal hiring.
Those are always really cool.
And these are good things to practice. Tell me about yourself, because they might ask you that. They might ask if you have any questions, so you should practice what those questions are. So, it is Wednesday, and we got some friends who we have to see.
We do?
We do, maybe. And our first one is, let's go to, not you.
No,
you're second on the list. So today, it is, we're going to see Zach with work-related stuff.
Work-related stuff with Zach. Hey, you guys, it's Wednesday. It's work-related stuff with Zach. And so we're not going to go back in the bearded past. One thing I'd like to talk about, you guys, is, a lot of us out here, we either, take the bus independently and, or we're out and about, even if you're out with family, you're out and about, right? And so sometimes you might come across a place that is hiring, right? I will tell you guys, sometimes the best thing to do is to walk in that place and introduce yourself and talk to a manager. Even though there's still a lot of online hiring and a lot of things are done online, there are still supervisors and bosses out there that do like to meet the person behind the application. So, if you filled out an application, it's always good to do a follow-up, especially if it's close by and you can do it. I know a lot of folks will come and we do the standard phone call, but if you've got the opportunity to do a follow-up right there and go meet the person, let's discuss how to do that so you can do that, because that's going to make a much bigger impression upon your future employer than necessarily phone calls. Now, like I said, some folks do require phone calls, and so if you ever have a question on what to do, come see me, email me, zwise vcdi.org. And remember, in the end, you're the one that is going to be working there. You're the one they're going to want to meet. You're the one that want to show off what you have. So it's never a bad idea to go in. Now, remember though, make sure you're appropriately dressed though. Sometimes we go out with family, we're in our shorts or sandals and we're wearing our ball caps and things, and that's me. So I'm never prepared to go in. If I saw something, I'd have to go home. But if you are prepared, go in. If not, go home, change up, and go back down there. All right, you guys, just a little work-related tip today, and have a great Wednesday, man. We're halfway there. Bye, guys. Work-related stuff with Zach.
Wow, Zach, that's some good information to pass on. Hopefully these guys get ready so they can go to that job fair and get hired up at the mall.
But I think they want to remember that for what? Friday, there's always a question.
Oh, there's always a work-related stuff question. That's right, and you want to get that question right.
And last week, if I'm not mistaken, it took quite a while to get the right answer.
Or Phil actually got it right.
He did.
He answered once incorrectly. The second time he did get it, though.
He did get it, but
he thought about it.
It took a while for everybody. Yeah. So that means you're not quite paying attention. So you better have paid attention.
So pay attention to Zach's work-related stuff. Next, we're going to go see...
Good morning, everybody. Here we are, Wednesday. What day is it? You tell me. What day is it? It is Hump Day. Yes. I love to see all of you guys do Hump Day. We've been doing it a long time, it seems like. So we all should be doing it. We all should be really good at it. Yes. So Wednesday. Here we are in the middle of the week. And what better day to have the National Day of National Punch Day? No, don't punch the next person or the person in front of you or back. It's not that kind of punch. It's like when you go to a party and they have punch. Yeah, I remember being little, and you go to a church function and they'd have punch. I hated punch. I don't know about you guys. There are not too many punches that I found that I really like. Ooh, unless if the lady next door during Sunday school classes, afterwards, if we were good, she'd bring in this punch, but it had rainbow sherbet in it. So that was really good. And then she put 7-Up in it. So it was a crazy punch. But regular punch, I hate to say this, I'm going to say it. We used to call it funeral punch, because you go to a funeral and they always had a big punch bowl there, and it was always not good. I don't know if it was Hawaiian punch, which I'm not a fan of. I know there's some of you out there that are going to get upset for me for saying that, but just plain old punch just didn't do anything for you. It was either way watered down or way too sweet. And if it was way too sweet, you really weren't. It clashed with the food you were eating. I don't know, but not a punch person, but heaven, it must be relatively big. Oh, it used to be big because they got a national day for it. And yes, still, it's not the punch your friend kind of punch. It's punch. Back in the day, be as big as this table. And they had the little cups that sat next to it, I can remember seeing it in, Grease. The movie Grease, with John Travolta. And they're at, I think it was a dance or something. And somebody snuck something into the punch. That's a whole nother kind of punch right there, right? Yeah. I wouldn't call that punch, but they snuck something in. They got the little glass things and they got the scoop and they were putting punch in there. Would you like some punch? No, I don't want any punch. Ooh, unless if it's that punch I just talked about that had something else in it. But other than that, I'm not a punch person. Or this kind of person either. So think about when's the last time you had punch on National Punch Day?
I had no idea it was that National Day of.
It sneaks up on you every time.
It always does. Every year. I always forget it's that, man. Man, when is it going to be National Clayton is Awesome Day? Oh, wait, it's every day of the year.
Oh, that's on the 30th of February.
That's right. My birthday.
Yep.
That's right. So we do have our trainings today. It is Wednesday, so we'll have our 1 p.m. live with Zach, our employment live.
Yep.
Which, hey, pay attention to that as well, because that could be the question on YouTube, Insta Live, whatever it's called. So, guys, happy Wednesday, Hump Day. We're halfway there.
What kind of hump day was that?
It's Hump Day. Hump Day. Sally the Camp. It's the Quasimodo hump. Oh, ring the bells in Notre Dame.
That's why he doesn't say hump day.
Yeah, it's Hump Day. Bell ringer. Oh.
Not humps on your shoulders.
Yeah.
Okay?
All right, guys. So have a good Wednesday. Woo-hoo.